Hey there. Welcome back to Creepy Encounters. In today's video, Walmart parking lot, man at the train station, Home Depot. I am a young petite female and have a new EV. I haven't installed my charger yet, so I usually charge every night or every other night because I drive long distances. I have two spots I go, the mall or Walmart. Tonight I decided to go to Walmart since it is closer to my house. I noticed about 2 minutes after I got back in my car that a van pulled over. The guy inside attempted to talk to me, but he looked like a creep, so I decided not to open my window. I noticed he didn't get out and didn't have anyone else with him. I felt observed and caught him staring at me a few times. I started to get scared when it had been over 30 minutes and my car was at 85% done. The EVgo chargers have a screen displaying the charge left, and when he noticed my car was almost done, he started moving more and even opened his door. He was looking at the screen, then directly at me. At this moment I was terrified. I had looked all over my car for anything that could be used as a weapon, and I had nothing. I was waiting for anyone to park near me and unplug then, but nobody was parking next to me or near me. I didn't know what to do. I started to dial 911 because I honestly feared for my safety. When he noticed that, he quickly turned around and got out of the car. When I saw him walk inside of Walmart, I rushed out and left ASAP before he walked out. I knew I had about 5 minutes since the doors are one way due to COVID and he would have to go around through the cashiers. When I got home I watched the full recording of my cameras. It gave me the chills when I saw him staring straight at me from his window. You could tell he was up to no good, and please, let's not meet again. First of all, English is not my first language and I'm on mobile, so pardon me for all the weird vocabulary usage and grammar mistakes. Smile. This happened around 3 years ago, when I was doing my exchange study in Europe. My school is located in a nice, safe country, with beautiful nature, so I often took a one-day trip by train to different cities, then came home late at night. Those times were memorable. I enjoyed life to the fullest and learned a lot, but just one incident made it quite creepy and scary whenever I look back. It was a beautiful March day. I just finished my trip and was sitting in the train station's waiting room. Due to an unexpected storm, the train was delayed for almost an hour, and it was already 9 p.m., so I felt very annoyed. I took out my favorite book to kill time, as my phone was low on battery and all chargers were occupied by the people stuck there, like me. I had finished around 4 to 5 pages until a man came and sat opposite to me. Then he asked, "What are you reading?" I glanced at him. He looked nice and tidy enough, and seemed tired. I thought he was trying to pass time as well by making small chats, so I showed him the book. He proceeded to say that was also his favorite book, and made some compliments on me. I know this sounds stupid, but I was naive and young. I feel kinda proud getting compliments. They were okay and not harassing, so I talked with him a little more. I made a mistake of telling him the city I live in. Otherwise just some exchanges about the weather. Then, he suddenly asked, "Do you live alone? You have someone waiting for you?" That time I did live alone. My roommate had left for a trip. Most of my friends had finished the exchange and gone home. I had no relatives or family there. I was about to tell him that truth, but something inside stopped me right there. That was a stormy night, and by the time I arrived home it would be past 1 a.m., and since it's a small city most stores would have had closed. If something happened to me, nobody would know until it was too late. The man looked at me and grinned. I suddenly felt so scared and wanted to run away, but all I could do was sit there frozen. By sheer luck, I remembered that I had a picture I took with my roommate's boyfriend, who is a guard at a bar and by that time was wearing a security uniform. He is also the same race as me. I reached for my phone and showed the man that picture. Yes. My brother is there and I feel bad he has to wait. I saw something like irritation and anger in the man's eyes. He gave me a quick "Is that so?" and excused himself to go out and get a Starbucks. Every Starbucks store near that station was closed, I know that for sure. I sat there feeling scared and vulnerable until I got on the train, kept looking back every time, and did not dare to sleep even though I was very tired. When I got to my station, I got in a McDonald's and waited 30 minutes for the night bus home, even though my house was just 10-minute walk from the train station. Until now, I'm still not sure what the man's intention was. Some people I told the story to called me being overdramatic, some said I was right to be cautious. Anyway, it still feels creepy remembering that man when he grinned at me. And I'm glad I trusted my instinct. I was trying to decide if I should post this or not, but I figured I might as well. While I was not approached or spoken to, it was weird and creepy. My husband and I are in the process of buying a new house, It is new construction, so my husband had recently been able to pull upgraded data cable before the drywall was installed, and because the house is nearing completion, we needed to get some blank faceplates to cover the data cable boxes in the wall. We also needed some electrical cable so my husband can run power up the wall so we can mount our TV once we move in. This is all relevant. Last weekend, we made a last-minute decision to drive out to my dad's house. He lives about 45 minutes away from us, and since we would already be out and about, we were trying to decide what Home Depot we wanted to head to. Since it is a chain hardware store, there are bound to be like one or two in every city. I made the decision to go to the one that is about 5 minutes down the street from my dad's house, since I knew where virtually everything was at that store, due to living in the same area previously. As a side note, the area my dad lives in has gone downhill over the years. It is primarily known for robberies of all kinds and other violent crimes. My dad is also in the process of buying a new house in a new, safer area. Well, we got to Home Depot and I headed in. Nothing felt odd or out of the ordinary. I headed over to the aisle to get the blank faceplates. I needed 14, so I started counting them out. There were a few people in the aisle, but nothing felt wrong, so I just continued to grab what I needed, and then all of a sudden I had this sudden rush of anxiety. I had this god-awful feeling to leave the aisle immediately. It threw me so off guard that I completely miscounted the faceplates. I just grabbed what I had in my hand, threw it in the cart and hightailed it out of that all. I left the aisle at a speed walking pace and grabbed the electrical cable I needed and headed over to the bolt aisle to get some toggle bolts. The feeling had started to subside by this point until a man walked past me. He was so close he brushed up against me, but because my face mask obscures my peripheral vision slightly, I didn't get a good look at him, and the only detail that I remember of him was the light blue plaid shirt he was wearing. I figured, maybe I was just in the way, but still, why get that close when you have a whole damn aisle? Anyways, I grabbed the bolts I needed and quickly left the aisle and paid for my stuff. I got to the car and just decided maybe I had overreacted and had a sudden anxiety attack. It's been known to happen. I also had to grab a few things from the Smith's grocery store that shared a shopping complex with the Home Depot, so I made my way over to Smith's and was in and out in about 10 minutes. When I got in the car, there was a car parked in front of us with two men inside pointing at me. One of them wore a light blue plaid shirt. The anxiety instantly came back and I had that god-awful gut feeling to leave as fast as possible. As another side note, this same car had been parked in front of me at Home Depot. I only knew it was the same because it was an older Toyota with faded black paint and tan interior. The whole thing was weird, and it's been a long time since I have had a gut feeling that strong. It was just like this feeling of complete and total dread which screams someone is following you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more real-life creepy encounters around the world. See you in the next video. Bye.